the nation's favourite celebrities.
Arriba, arriba!
Paired up with an expert and a classic car.
Get in, baby. Rock and roll.
Their mission? To scar Britain for antiques. The aim? To make the biggest profit at auction.
What is wrong with you?
But it's no easy ride.
Yeah!
Who will find a hidden gem?
Game, set, match.
Take the biggest risk?
You know what? I'm going to close my eyes.
What?
Will anybody follow expert advice?
That's really awful.
There will be worthy winners
Get in there.
and valiant losers.
What are you clapping a loss for?
Put your pedal to the metal.
That is cool, isn't it?
This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. Who have we got today, then? Well, 2 actors and 2 old friends in a pink caddy. That's who.
What? Was that you?
I don't know. Yes, that is me. That is cool, isn't it?
I like that.
Phil Daniels and Leslie Ash first met on set almost 50 years ago, while getting around on 2 wheels instead of 4.
I used to have a scooter that did that.
Yep, they rode a Lambretta and wore parkas back then, while they were starring in Quadrophenia, the Mods and Rockers cult classic adapted from a Who LP.
Just amazing. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in a Who film?
Well, lucky they did, really. We wouldn't be driving a pink Cadillac, Coupe de Ville.
A Coupe de Ville.
After starting out as Steph, Leslie enjoyed a career in modelling, movies and TV, notably in the 90s sitcom Men Behaving Badly. Speaking of which...
Yay!
Phil played Jimmy, the hero of the rock opera, and has since become known as both an actor and a singer, thanks to his contribution to one of Blur's biggest hits. Not to mention EastEnders.
The weird thing is, when you do a film together, you feel like you've been to school with each other, don't you?
Yeah, it is a bit like that.
And we hadn't seen each other for years, and you and I had lives.
We've both got grandkids now.
And their Cadillac is more or less the same generation, which means that it's got some very fine fins but no safety belts.
The nervousness of originally getting in it and driving it seems to have abated a bit, and it's really nice. And it's a head turner, isn't it?
It is.
It's quite flat round here, so I bet the car looks good against the sky.
Not half. That's the Nottinghamshire-Lincolnshire borderlands for you. And in a neighbouring antique shop, await 2 chaps who'll be happy to share their antiques wisdom in the shape of auctioneer Phil Searle and his old pal, Sir Hat Ahmet.
I've got a really serious question to ask you. Were you a mod or a rocker?
Rocker.
What, really?
Definitely a rocker.
I thought rockers had long hair.
I used to.
Have you got any preference?
I want to go with Leslie, if that's all right. Do you mind?
What are you going to buy?
I think she'll like nice things, decorative objects.
The one thing I love about Phil, he's just got the best name. He likes Chelsea FC.
For this trip, you're just going to be known as the 2 Phils.
Absolutely right.
So, fanboy gurus plus a mighty motor and £400 each. All mod cons, you might say. Now, they just have to get shopping.
You know, antique-wise, I'm not all that, but I do know what I like.
I have to say, I am the worst, useless barterer in the world.
Yeah, I think I'm the same, but I'm going to have a go, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do it. You're like a Cockney geezer, aren't you?
Well, I'm meant to be, but, you know...
They'll be fine. Our pink caddy tour for fans of the Fens, but not entirely on the Fens, starts out in Newark-on-Trent. Once a strategic site in the English Civil War, the town motto is Trust God and Sally. And in a former Baptist church, they have an antique centre. Looks like they safely stowed away the motor and are ready to shop.
Here we go. That way's the best stuff, and the junk's that way.
Okay.
She knows him only too well. In fact, we can all take Phil's fooling with a pinch of salt, because they have some very nice things pretty much all over the place in Newark Chapel Antiques. Plus, there's aforementioned experts all tucked away.
Sir Hat?
Leslie, how wonderful to meet you. We're going to beat the Phils.
Oh, as I call them, Phil and Filler.
That sounds like you've got a competitive spirit.
I have.
You want to win this?
Of course I do, yes.
There are a few things I want to show you, but just so I can get, you know, an idea of what you like.
What I do like is a little bit of pottery.
Great, me too.
And I like useful things, things that you can use in the house. I think that's what
Yes.
people like at the moment.
Exactly, I agree. Should we head that way?
Absolutely, believe me.
Yes, let's go.
Seems like a promising combination there. Aye, aye.
Hello, how are you?
My name's Phil.
Can I just say I've always admired your name.
I admire your name.
How are you, all right?
I'm all right, I'm good.
Phil, have you got a plan?
No. But tell you what I like sort of sports things. I like a bit of footy. I like chairs. I like, portholes.
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun, aren't we?
I think so. There's so many amazing antiques in here. And
Well, you're looking at one. I think we're more vintage, or perhaps mid-century. Shall we go so we can find some proper stuff?
yeah, which way was...
Let's go that way.
OK.
Portholes, eh? I think those two are going to be mostly making it up as they go along.
I like that.
Do you? Why do you like that, then?
I don't know if I like it enough.
That's good enough.
I don't like the frame.
Well, it's a brand new, horrible frame, isn't it?
I like it, but there's nobody I recognise at all.
What about General Patton?
What about Les Lilanus?
You can get cream for that.
Quite. Elsewhere in the shop, Sir Hat spotted a couple of likely lamps.
Ooh, they're nice.
And there's a pair, which is really important, I think. Yeah, so I know that is the downside, is that they are a bit pricey compared to what we've got.
How much do you think we could get them for?
We might get a bargain,
OK.
a nice discount.
OK. The lampshades are damaged.
Yeah, funny you should say that, because I just saw on the ticket, shades not included.
OK.
We should just use that
Yeah.
as another little way to get the price down.
OK.
Leslie's a quick learner.
They've got that Bauhaus feel to them, don't
Yeah. You can see those in an interior design magazine or
they? Yeah.
something.
Do you like bartering?
Yeah, I'm not that good at bartering, but if we could get them nearer 100.
Definitely. Should we head that way?
OK.
Let's go.
We now have a short list.
I quite like a good map. I used to teach geography, you know. Not very well, but I used to teach geography.
I was very good at geography.
You were?
Yeah.
Were you?
That is a map of Great Britain.
Yeah, except half of Scotland's missing, isn't it?
There's also no sign of a price.
I mean, I quite like that.
Yep. Where's Essex?
We need to have a look at that, don't we?
Should we get it down?
I think that's a plan.
At last, David will be the man to shin up a ladder for it. Or, of course, they could always consult Annie.
It's not a very good guitar, really.
So, tell me about that then.
I think it's a PV guitar
It's a what?
made by a company called PV. They're all right, but they're not like your Fender or your Gibson or your Gretsch.
So, what's that worth?
That wouldn't make you very much money in auction, I wouldn't think. I wouldn't buy it.
You wouldn't?
No.
So, how are you finding Phil? Phil?
I like him a lot. He's a bit angry at me sometimes because I'm not making my mind up, but then he's all lovely again, so we're having a good time.
Do you like those?
I sort of do, really.
They remind me of ship's funnels or something. They're quite cool, aren't they?
They're quite a bit of money, though.
How much are they then?
They want £240.
How much?
Too much!
That one's got a bigger hole than that one, so they're not a pair.
Phil, I've got my hand stuck.
There you go.
Hang on. Ah. Hold on.
Lordy.
I've gone off these.
No wonder. Thanks to numerous distractions, Phil's still got all of his cash, remember?
Phil?
Leslie seems intent on that pair of lamps, though. Anything else?
Oh, quite like that one.
Yeah.
That one. Oh, and the round one.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
What she spotted.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Yeah.
That is so 70s, isn't it? Without
is.
even knowing what the label says.
Troika.
It's Troika, yeah. Spot on. Troika vase.
Based in Cornwall, despite the very Russian name.
I really like that.
This is Sue Bladen, and she was there in the mid-70s. And the idea of Troika is that they mainly did motifs and designs that
Yeah.
felt like what you might see underground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're very kind of harsh almost.
Industrial.
Very industrial, exactly. So it says £185. That seems to be our favourite number today.
I noticed you can say, oh, I'd like these two things, and then do a bargain.
You can. Cheaper by the dozen, isn't it? That's the game.
I like the colours in this as well.
Yes. That's a nice size, but also an unusual shape. So I think if we can get that for 150, it could be a winner.
OK. It's not a chip, is it, there?
No, I think that's a manufacturing fault, but we can use that.
OK.
Wink, wink.
Put it back before Phil sees us.
Hide the price for a start.
She doesn't hang about.
Right.
Which way next?
Back to the Phils.
Are you any good as a drummer?
No, hopeless.
I don't believe you.
Stingray.
What's your favourite bit of music then? I mean, Quadrophenia.
Yeah, it's a fantastic album. It's got significance for me, but even before I did the film, I loved the album.
Yeah.
Because it was all about a young man, and I was a young man going through, you know, what young men go through.
So did you meet The Who?
Oh, yeah, I was 19.
Really?
Yeah, so for me it was magic. They'd lost Keith Moon just 3 weeks before we started the film, so I never saw Keith Moon, but Keith, I know you're here.
I mean, you never think at the time, I guess, this is going to be really big, this.
No, because it wasn't. Because we were criticised a lot. What's this film with these oiks we can't understand? The British press weren't that impressed with us. It wasn't until really Train Spotting that people started accepting that there was another way of life in Britain.
Different cultures.
And always had to be about, you know, Oxford University or whatever until then.
Fascinating stuff.
I tell you what, I don't actually dislike this chair that you're sat on.
No, it's rather comfortable.
Is it? Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, nice to see their interest in antiques has been rekindled.
It's an interesting chair, this. So you've got a kind of a tapestry seat. There's a little bit of damage up there, but I think we could live with that. So I'm kind of guessing that this is about 1890 and 1930, something like that. And at auction, it's got 165 on it.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's too much money. But there doesn't appear to be any brakes on it. It's quite weighty. That's always a good sign. Well, I hope it is, because I'm quite weighty. But, I mean, have a go. Lift it up.
Always happy to get his celebrity to do the heavy lifting, our Phil.
It's solid, isn't it? Yeah. You could sort of watch your favourite programme sat in that if you wanted.
Is it comfy? Go on, tell me.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, but it keeps you sort of straight and, you know.
I think this is worth consideration, but we don't want to be paying much more than 110, 120 quid for it.
Yeah.
Seems like he may well have something to go with the map. Ooh, and Leslie's also feeling chipper, with her expert still busily browsing.
Oh, look. He's really good at that, aren't you?
I'll tell you, this would be a bargain for you, I reckon.
No. Look at this. It's nice, isn't it?
I know, but I nearly bought that.
Boxing hair.
Too much money.
Oh, is it? All right.
Anyway, see you later.
Yes, just time for one last push. What other treasures can be revealed?
See, they're nice. They're nice.
Those are nice. Yeah. And do you know what's nice about them as well? Is that they're hand-painted. Have a look at that one.
OK.
Can you feel that? That is all hand-painted.
And do you know what's lovely is that I could see a dinner party. You could put puddings in there, a little mousse or something. Do you know where they're from?
OK, take a look at the handle. This little design at the bottom. This is all about Art Deco.
Yeah.
Very angular. Late 1920s, early 30s. And they're English, but they're probably Crown Devon. Not a bad brand. If you couldn't afford Clariscliffe, you'd buy some Crown Devon.
Made in Stoke-on-Trent.
I think this is so gorgeous. It's just so pretty.
Please
let us buy it.
There's 6. We should check how they are condition-wise. But, oh my goodness, have you seen the price? £22 for 6 coffee cups and saucers. And there's a sugar bowl as well. We have to buy these, don't we? Well, should we go and find the shopkeeper and see what deal we can do?
Yeah, I think it's all clear.
They do have just about enough to pay for everything on their list, by the way.
Hi, Annie.
Oh, hi, Leslie. You all right?
Yeah, I'm really well, thanks. We found 3 items.
All right, OK.
And over to you.
Cool. So there's a pair of lamps, 1970s, they are £185. And then there's a Troika vase, that's also 185.
All right,
and
okay.
upstairs, a little coffee set, £22.
All right, okay.
So if my maths is working, I think that's 392.
So we're asking
So-
if you could do a better price.
Much,
Okay.
much better.
So for the Troika, which is 185, we can do that for 140. And the lamp, which is 185, we can give that to you for 120.
That's good. Can you do the shades as well with the lamps for that price, please?
They're a little bit damaged.
Okay then. And the tea set, that will be 20. So that will be 280.
How about 250?
260.
I think that's good.
Thank you.
Making the lamps and the Troika both £120. And the coffee set, 20. £140 left over. While Phil's still having fun.
Oh. These remind me of the good old days.
Hey, what have you found?
Some Subbuteo men.
Did you have a Subbuteo kit?
I did. I had Chelsea, but this one says it's Bradford, but I reckon it's Man City away. I mean, how rich are Man City now? It could be worth a lot more money if we say they're Man City away. That is Blackpool, who were once great.
The Seasiders.
Tony Waiters, Jimmy Armfield, and I don't know anybody else.
Don't forget the great Stanley Matthews.
What I do know is that Subbuteo is very, very collectible. And some of these kits can make a fiver and some of them can make a lot of money. 24 quid for the two. If we can get, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds, they've got to be all right, haven't they?
Yeah.
No subs.
Also a famous Who song, of course.
Had you got a good technique? Could you give it the old Rivellino round bends and all that sort of thing?
Well, I think I could.
Get out of here.
They're coming home. With the shopkeeper's permission, of course.
Hi, David.
Hi, lads. We just got this down for you, so you can have a good look at it.
So, which is your neck of the woods then?
Well, London,
Yeah.
but I'm Sheffield now as well.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
I like the fact that it's autocar, because that kind of adds to the fact that someone with a car might hang it in their garage, you know? I think it's a cool thing.
So, David.
Yes, Phil. We got 180 on that. We can do you a better price, obviously, you know. The chair's 165, am I right?
It is.
Yeah.
It was.
And the Subbuteo,
Yep.
£12 a piece. We can do 260 on the lot. How does that sound?
It sounds pretty good to me. But both these teams now
Yeah.
are really languishing and not playing in any division that's half decent. So could we knock a tenner off for that?
We'll do another tenner for you, Phil. Call it 250. You want a shake on that, Phil?
He does.
Marvellous.
Making the table football £10, the chair 120, and the map the same price.
It might take some time, this.
Yeah, it's really good telly.
Yeah.
£150 left. Their chair will be sent on to the auction.
Come on! Right. Where are we off?
I'll tell you what, I wanted Leslie Ash.
I bet you did.
And speaking of our other celebrity, she's currently ensconced in the caddy with her new chum.
Do you think we make a good shopping duo?
I do, yeah. I think you were quick to pick up on the things that I wasn't keen on in terms of that won't make money at auction.
No.
And I hope that I've been listening to you and what you like.
Well, you weren't, but the last thing you did, to be honest.
Well, onwards to our next shop.
Yeah,
What shall we do? We've got 3 items under our belt. Another 2 would be great.
that would be ideal.
And we've got the money for it.
Yeah.
Let's try and spend all the money, is what I'm thinking.
Are you?
Yeah.
There's one thing I'm very good at doing, that is shopping.
Good.
So, what else am I going to make you like?
Those two have just crossed the border into Lincolnshire, and they'll be resuming their shopping activities at Nathanby, where, although the locals will have seen most things,
We're here!
sightings of pink caddies calling in at the antique centre are still on the rare side. I wonder what will grab our celebrity's eye in this establishment. But whatever it is, it had better not cost more than £140.
I've got one of those.
What, Dachshund?
I've got a Dachshund.
Oh, my son's got a Dachshund.
Oh, wow.
Penelope.
Mine's called George. Look at that.
Oh, that's really nice. Oh, he's got gold ears,
Yeah, polished up.
gold feet.
He or she certainly won't break the bank.
It's heavy.
Heavy. It's brass.
It's quite a nice handle, actually.
Yeah, does it feel good?
Yeah, it does.
To be honest with you, as cute as it is, don't think that's going to make us a...
Should we put it back and then we can always come back to it if we need it? Oh, wait, hang on, I just want to see this one thing. This thing.
What is it?
It's a big magnifying glass.
No exaggeration. Let's take a peek elsewhere now, though. Specifically, the site of a nearby Gothic masterpiece. Yes, we're headed towards the city of Lincoln, where the cathedral was, for over 200 years, the world's tallest building.
Come on, old son.
And close by, on the appropriately named steep hill,
We nearly made it.
I hope they've got somewhere to sit down in there.
our fills are about to peruse some antiques and collectibles. With £150 in hand. A hat trick. Now come on, Phil. You can do this.
Yes.
Come on.
What, going out?
Yeah.
Phil has done well. He's very, very good. He's teaching me a lot, which is good. But it's hard work, seeing the wood from the trees, really. It's kind of hard to know what things are worth. But we're enjoying ourselves anyway.
Oh, that's very clear, I'd say.
This is just the thing for him.
Gonna be out of tune, this.
Yeah, just like me, really.
Lincoln, I'm here. Oh, Lincoln, you're dear to my heart.
He is good, isn't he?
Bob Dylan, who he?
Lincoln, you have a cathedral. America had a president called Lincoln, too.
Do you know, I reckon your talents are wasted.
Yamaha, they make motorbikes.
Better than those PVs, do we think? But let's press on.
Oh, got an outdoors.
Here, are you into gardening?
Well, maybe a little bit.
Do you like that?
It's a chimney pot. Tell you what I do like.
What?
Is this ladder.
You like a ladder? Really?
How much do you reckon we'd get that auction?
Not a fat lot. What do you think to that?
If I say I don't like the colour,
I'll get some paint.
it's a chimney pot.
£75.
There's too many of them about.
That's a no then, is it?
It's a no.
I'll put it back on the roof.
Temper. Oh, well, artistic differences, eh? Back to Navenby, where Leslie and Sir Hat still have their noses in the cabinet.
Oh, this is so nice.
Now, this stuff is doing really well at auction.
It is really fine.
Scandinavian silver jewellery with enamel. And the first thing to notice with enamel is that it's not chipped or cracked, and this looks to be in fine condition. That looks good on you.
Everything looks good on me. I would wear it. Brooches are really coming back into fashion, I think.
Yes. It says Norway, sterling silver, enamel brooch by Ivor Tor Holth.
OK.
Yep, established Oslo, 1943.
£95 is not terrible, but that could be quite good.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too.
Another enamel brooch. That's £45. Bernard Inston, enamel garland brooch. I think that's just the white metal rather than silver. However, what that lacks in colour, that really does add, doesn't it? So I wonder if we want to put the two of them as one lot. We could do that if we wanted to.
As a lot, they go together, yeah?
Well, look, 45 and 95 is 140. So we can kind of afford that.
In fact, it's exactly what they've got left.
Do you want me to hold on to all that?
Yes, please.
Time to talk to the proprietor.
Laura.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi. Oh, you've got so many nice things here, but we found 2 items, 2 brooches.
Great.
And, yeah, one's 95 and the other is
45. What is the best you could do for us?
This one, the Norwegian brooch, that hasn't been in very long, so I'm not going to be able to do much, and I can only do 10%. So that'd be 85. This one, on the other hand, I can do a little bit more, and I can do that one at 35. So that's 120. What do you think?
I would say let's go for it.
Thank you very much.
They are big spenders. Now, just £20 left for tomorrow.
We better get back to our Cadillac.
Enjoy the ride.
Oh, they will. But while those two reacquaint themselves with a bit of old-fashioned motoring luxury, let me just link back to their rivals in Lincoln, where Keith will be the man to do the business with eventually. Hi, Keith.
Bus thing. Phil,
What you got?
seeing you sort of rolled up
I'm a specialist in roller-uppers.
yeah, let's unroll this. I think it's to do with buses.
484 to Slough Station.
Can you walk backwards,
Oh,
please?
sorry.
Some interesting destinations, eh? The auction's in Hampshire, however.
Keep going.
Wouldn't this look great, like a wall hanging, wouldn't it?
It would. Especially in a pub.
Yeah.
At Slough Station.
Why is it not pronounced slough?
I don't know.
We'll get letters, Phil. No price label.
What do you reckon?
I think that's really cool. Is there any more to come, or is that it?
That's it.
I would think this is what? Would it be 50s or 60s?
Something like that. But does it go well at auction?
I think the thing about stuff like this is, I won't say it's unique, but I've never seen anything like this in a sale room. And stuff that you can't put a price on, and I almost defy you to put a price on this. If you have a bad day, it's 20 or 30 quid. If you have a good day, it could be 50 or 80 pounds.
I don't think my ceilings are long enough, but I would hang it off a wall.
Right, roll her up then, Gov.
There's quite a technique in this, you know.
There's been some rocking and quite a lot of rolling so far.
I really like this. I think we should go and buy it.
Go on then.
Here we go. Stand by.
Hello there.
Hello, Keith.
Hi.
How are you?
I am remarkable, as always.
We'd like to purchase this.
You're welcome to.
Great.
Yeah? How much you want to give me for it?
How much you want for it?
50 quid?
Can't do that.
Well, what can you do?
I'll tell you what I can do. It's 25?
Make it 30.
30 quid.
You're welcome.
You're on. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, very generous, Keith.
I hope you win.
Thank you very much. That'd be great.
120 left over.
Could you please tell me we're going down the hill?
Nope.
What? No.
No.
Well, where's the bus stop?
Best foot forward. Lincoln Cathedral's up here.
And after a spot of sightseeing, Celebrity Phil will be joining Leslie in that other fine sight.
When I saw this car, I have to say, oh my Lord, how's he going to drive that? But he's doing really well, aren't you?
Thank you. Oh, I don't want to get any mud on the wheels.
They white wall tyres.
I don't know. When I see the car, first off, I just saw pink, really, in front of my eyes.
It is a Barbie car, though, isn't it?
It is.
Sublime. Now, shut eye, please. Next day, the mods are back on the march.
Yee-hee! So do you think I've changed much in over 45 years?
Not at all.
No, you haven't changed at all.
No, I'm still just exactly the same. You know, just look a bit older, but my mentality's the same. I'm still...
I still think I am 19.
Yeah, so do I.
Although it's hard to imagine their teenage rebellious selves giving serious thought to antiques, which is exactly what they did yesterday.
It's solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could sort of watch your favourite programme sat in it.
With Phil's spending leaving him with 120, while Leslie was even more lavish.
It's Troika.
It's Troika, yeah, spot on.
So she now has only £20 for today's purchases.
I'm very excited to see what you've got in your boot.
I just know that your stuff's going to be good.
Which way do you think I went?
I think you went sort of smallish but classy, you know?
Oh, thank you. Just like me.
Yes, indeed.
OK, you two, the time to compare and contrast has arrived. In the company of your experts, of course.
Voila.
Oh,
Now, I like your Troika vase.
I knew you'd like that. And the Sabutio.
Well, we think that's quite rare.
Someone's put Bradford on it, but we think it's Man City away in the 70s. So we're hoping to make about, I don't know, 7.5 million profit.
At least.
What are those big long things?
That's just in case we get lost, isn't it? We can catch a bus, and then we can tell the bus where we want to go, because those are the bus rollers.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you need to go to Slough.
It rolls out to about
I thought
10.5 feet. So you could put it on a wall somewhere, or in a pub, or somewhere
in a pub,
nice.
yeah.
Or even on a bus.
What about the other long thing?
Well, that, just in case you get lost, we bought you a road map.
Right.
You've gone for big things.
Oh, yeah, we're a big thing team, really. aren't we?
Yeah. So what do you think of our lamps, seriously?
They're quite cool, actually.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? They're really stylish.
No. Yes. Yes.
Well, that's just a lampshade, Phil. What about the cups? Thought they'd be nice. You know, people love coffee these days.
I tell you what I do like, your little brooch.
Thank you.
Norwegian. It was shining
So
towards
how much money
us.
have you spent in total?
380.
So you left yourself 20 quid.
£20, and we want to buy one more thing.
We've got to buy one thing, but we've got a bit more money, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
We've got 120, I think, left.
We'll give you 20 quid for all your purchases. How about that?
Oh. The game is on. I like your stuff,
I do.
but I like our stuff too.
Your big stuff?
All to play for. Who's driving?
Me.
Right, everyone back in the mighty motor now. Because there'll be plenty of time for more shopping later. Whoever said that Finns ain't what they used to be? But now it's time for a bit of a brief break in Spalding. The heart of the Fens, where they specialise in growing flower bulbs, in particular tulips. Although the town is also noteworthy for its contribution to rock music history, yes, Jimmy really was here. And so our lot have come to a local record shop to learn about Barbecue 67.
Here we are, Uptown Vinyl Records.
Great. Love it.
ABBA to Zappa.
Almost 60 years ago, long before the iconic Woodstock, Spalding hosted a musical event featuring 6 bands, which many consider to be the first festival. And one of the people fortunate enough to be there was local historian Doug Kendall.
So how did this festival come about?
It was the first ever spring bank holiday, and a local entrepreneur, Brian Thompson, was looking for something that would be popular, and he booked Gino Washington. We were soul boys locally, and Hendrix, Cream, Pink Floyd was suggested to him, and he wasn't confident about these people at the back end of '66 because he'd never heard of them, and he booked the local band to make sure that a crowd turned up because they were popular, and it took place really in the centre of town, as close as you could get at the local bull boxing halls. And of course, when the day came, the town was invaded. And it all fell through the cracks of history, if that's the right word, because 2 days later the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's, so it escaped recording, really.
Also performing that day was Zoot Money and his Big Roll Band, plus The Move, who just had their first top 10 hit. And it was the one and only time that Jimi Hendrix, Cream and Pink Floyd ever shared a bill. Psychedelia had truly arrived in Spalding.
Of course, our American counterparts in Woodstock had Super 8s, and that's all a matter of record. But we were 2 years earlier in Spalding, 2 weeks before Monterey, where Hendrix then hit international stardom. So here, he'd just come from a trip in Europe, he was tired, took him minutes to tune his guitar, which the audience was impatient about. But when he burst into Foxy Lady, the whole hall was stunned.
And did Jimmy smash up his guitar?
Yes, he did. He did not set fire to it. He rammed it into his amps, and there's big stories about, well, what happened to that guitar.
How much did they charge to get in?
£1. Now,
£1?
People will say, well, that's a lot of money, but it's worth less than 20 quid nowadays. Where would you get a lineup like that for 20 quid, I think? And you'd watch it through binoculars from the back of an arena, no doubt.
Yeah.
What was the sound like?
Diabolical, absolutely diabolical. There is a bootleg recording of Cream's performance, which some say was one of their best stripped-back performances without the long solos. It was Cream at their best. We think there were 5,000 or more in that hall. If you got your your hands in your pockets, you'd never get them out. You know, it was that a place was full when you literally couldn't squeeze anyone else in. But there are at least double that amount outside, but no trouble to speak of. It was peace and love, man.
Yeah. Just 3 years later, in 1970, the very first Glastonbury Festival took place. And in the half-century since, guitar-based rock has become part of the mainstream.
My guitar knowledge, right, is only at school. I wanted to do guitar lessons because obviously I wanted to be in a band.
Yeah.
So I remember learning D.
You can do quite a lot with chords. With like a D, you can do things.
While local musician Graham Hawkes helps Leslie get strumming, the Phils are happy to reminisce with proprietor Alan Barnsdale.
I saw Leonard Skinner when they first come over.
Can you spell that for me?
No, I can't. Festival-wise, I saw Yes at QPR. And I was a big kind of prog rock fan for a while.
So what's your own particular taste in music?
I was a soul boy, mod, if you like, back in the day.
How many records you reckon you got in here?
Last count was 250,000, but it's grown a fair bit since then, and people travel from all over the country because we've got every genre.
So what was your first record?
I think the first record I ever bought was Lola by the Kinks.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So what was your first record?
I'm often asked this, and it would be T-Rex Metal Guru, as far as I can remember.
God, you must be quite young then. Yeah. So what was yours?
Do you know what I can remember? Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas. I'm sure that wasn't his real name.
Let's hear it for Spalding, Lincolnshire's capital of rock. Back to Big Pink. Not so much a shopping expedition, more a very small band on tour.
It strikes me you're a bit of a polymath of the old thespian world, because you sing, you act, you play an instrument. Can you dance?
No. My best dance is to Shout by Lulu. If that comes in, then I'll dance.
I don't want to be personal here, but have you got any idea where we're going?
Yeah.
Where? Where are we going?
We're going to a place called Boston's.
Boston?
Yeah.
All right.
I did a play once, and Saturday was sausage day.
Really?
We used to bring sausages in and have competitions who were the best. And Jim Broadbent is from Lincolnshire.
Is he really?
He brought in his Lincoln sausages.
And one big sausage?
One big sausage.
So he won then?
No.
Why? Who had a better sausage?
Me. I always win.
Well, it's lovely round here, isn't it?
It is.
Delightful. The Phils have one more antique spotting gig awaiting them in the aforementioned historic port of Boston, from where, around 400 years ago, several settlers left to cross the Atlantic for a new life in a new city, but with the same name.
Well, here we are.
Is this it?
Yeah, I think it's just down there, down this little alleyway.
Time to take a short stroll.
No one will notice.
No.
Inconspicuous.
They'll just think it's a Blamont.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in the shadow of St. Botolph's...
It's great here, isn't it?
It's named after a Saxon monk, apparently.
Although the shop is actually in Church Street, it's called the Memory Lane Emporium.
Oh.
And with £120 left to spend, there should be plenty to choose from. Aye, aye. Slot machine wizardry, anyone?
Hey! Phil! Can we buy this one-armed bandit?
Well, we've got 120 quid, and I'm guessing that might be a bit more, but I'll find out.
Nah, let's go for the small.
All right?
Yeah.
The small is beautiful.
OK.
A bit like you and I.
Looks like the penny's dropped. And talking of gravity, here's one of Lincolnshire's most famous sons, immortalised in Grantham, close to where he was born. And Leslie might need to get the better of a few laws of physics on her last shopping expedition.
Wow, here we are. Yes.
Excited?
I am, but we've only got £20.
No. We'll find something, do not worry.
Always nice with a confident expert on board, of course. Although, having already spent fairly freely, it might be best to hunt in the economy section at Notions.
What do you think about it?
I like it because we've talked about it the whole time, buy useful things. And that is useful. You can see that being used today.
A tinplate Tolware cutlery tray.
£65, not quite what we have, but maybe you could work your charm.
Or it could be a reduction too far.
Lots more to see.
Try thinking a wee bit cheaper.
Leslie, look what I found. What is it?
Is it a butterfly net?
Yes!
Where would you use a butterfly net?
In a butterfly field?
Okay.
What do you think?
Looks like a really bad tennis racket, doesn't it? But
Well, it's been stripped back.
would someone use that?
I don't know, but I think that's such fun. That would look cool somewhere mounted on a wall. Or maybe people still do that, catch butterflies. What do you think?
I've seen it on Springwatch. It looks very romantic. I can see you using one. Running through the fields,
Scantily clad.
catching your butterflies, yeah.
Having said all that, if we wanted to buy it, it's only £18.
Okay.
So we'd have change left over.
And why do you think it'll do well in auction?
I just think the romantic aspect of it, not to use, but just to have it and to hold it, display it.
Okay, put it down
Yeah.
and let's just carry on.
Not exactly convinced about that net, was she? Although whenever she does decide on something, Sharon will be the person to talk to.
Oh, that's nice. And you can see there's only one cup. So this is known as a solitaire. Just one person, and the set of a solitaire is always on a tray. And what I like about this is that if you pick up each piece, you'll see,
Oh, look.
yeah, it's been moulded to fit
that's nice.
into the spots.
I love the colour, the pink. It's a tea for one for a lady.
Yeah.
Sort of goes with the motor, doesn't it?
Wonderful that it's complete, actually. You know, you'd think that perhaps the sugar would go missing or the lid would be broken.
She does already have one coffee set, however.
This is made by Paul Pottery,
Yeah.
and it's from the 1950s or 60s, maybe into the 70s. But this is a good collecting area. People love collecting Paul.
You know what? I've got loads of Paul pottery.
you?
My mum left me, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Green and black.
So those are from the 70s, and they're quite collectible. And often with those pieces, if you have a look underneath the mark, it will tell you the year that they were made.
Oh, fantastic.
And where did they make pool pottery? Stoke, of course.
I really like that.
It's elegant.
Yeah.
£30.
I wonder.
Let's go and speak to the shopkeeper. Yeah?
You okay?
Come on then, after you.
How exciting.
£10 short, of course. Here we go.
Sharon.
Hi.
Hello.
Right. You explain.
It's the Paul Pottery Solitaire, the coffee or tea for one.
Pink and grey.
Yeah.
Yes. How much is on it?
We've come to the end of our shopping trip, and we will give you everything we've got. On the ticket is £30, and we've got...
Full disclosure.
20 nicker.
Is that it? OK, you can have it at 20.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Sharon. Every single penny spent.
Don't drop it.
Not after we've worked so hard.
Back to the Boston boys, who earlier spotted a slot machine. Shopkeeper Sam would require 800 or near offer, however. So, what is it to be?
This is nice, isn't it? Seems to have all marks on it. Well, I don't know. I like these two, but I need to pass them by Phil. I need his expertise. Phil! Phil!
Yes! What?
Look.
Oh, I like those.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Which one, though?
Well, this is a Georgian basting spoon. It's got the hallmarks on the back here. It's early 19th century, probably somewhere between about 1810 and 1825, something like that. Might be William IV. But it's in lovely condition. You know, people talk about patina.
Right.
Patina is not just furniture or wood. Silver's got patina as well. That's just a nice thing. And what would be really lovely, can you see that there?
Yep.
That's called an armorial. So that's some family's crest. And there, this is a completely different thing. So that is a late Victorian silver bowl with this kind of acanthus decoration all the way round. There's a hallmark on the bottom. But we've got 120 quid, mate.
Yeah, but I've got serving spoon, 145.
Yeah.
Decorated Victorian silver bowl, London.
Yeah.
110.
Huh, both worth a go. 255 for the two, though.
Shall we try it on?
Well, then I'll leave it up to you. Come back with one at least, yeah?
All right.
A solo mission.
Sam, isn't it?
It is, Sam.
Look, we really like these.
They are beautiful.
They are really lovely. But one says 110 and one says 145, and we haven't got that kind of money.
Oh, no.
I hear your husband and you are big fans of Quadrophenia. And me and Leslie Ash are against each other, and I'm dying to beat her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
You have to.
So we've got 120 quid left. If you could do it for 120, we'd be really very, very, very appreciative.
Yeah, I can do it for 120.
Thank you very, very, very much.
Who's for a big hug? Oh, yes. Quite a deal from a rookie, eh?
Phil will be very proud of me.
He will.
They're now also all spent up.
I think you have swum the channel there.
Yeah, we've done all right, didn't we?
Very well.
Right then.
Onward.
And so, the Blancmange leaves Boston. And our former scooterists will be reassembling before heading to the auction.
I have to say, it's been such fun.
It has. Getting back together again.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that Volvo.
Yeah, it's yours. Who'd have thought Phil Daniels owns a Volvo
Estate.
estate? What do you think of my guitar playing?
I think you're going to be the new Erica Clapton.
Or Susie Quattro?
I used to like Susie Quattro.
Yeah. But I tell you, I'm tired now.
Are you?
Might have a little nap now.
Yeah. No night.
No, no.
No night. It's auction day in Lymington, a top yachting spot, which is also very close to the Isle of Wight. Having cruised their caddy all around links, our trippers have headed south to the Hampshire coast and Lymington auctions, where they'll be selling in the room, on the net and on the phone. With James Powner, the man doing the gavelling.
Fair warning, selling the lot, £80.
We're here. How are we all feeling?
I am so confident.
Just remember bus rollers.
Who could forget them? Phil spent all of his £400 on 5 lots. What does James think might shine?
I really like the Georgian spoon in this collection. It goes along with the Victorian bowl. I think they should be split up for the auction, but they should do well together.
Interesting. Leslie also parted with all her cash for her 5 offerings.
I like the Sue Bladden Troika piece. It's a nice piece, and I think it will do well.
Jolly good. Now, are we all sitting comfortably?
Oh, look, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is us.
Exciting.
And we'll be kicking off with Phil's teeny tiny 22.
I know my football, and in 1970s, Man City wore that kit. Bradford never. So it's Man City away.
And that has been proved, has it?
It don't need proof.
Okay.
If I say it's...
That is proof.
That's proof.
£20, looking for 20. 20 at the back.
Oh.
Looking for 22, fair warning.
Man City away.
Back of the room, 22. 24, 24, 26.
Get in there.
26, 28, 28, 30. Can we get 30? All done then at £28. Selling, £28.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Happy?
Well done.
Indeed. If he carries on like that, he'll have a result.
It's your mate over there, isn't it?
It is.
It's not. We've checked. Leslie's lamps are next under the hammer. Shades thrown in.
This is mine.
No way.
Any interest at 30?
£30?
It's not enough.
I'll go down to 24.
You're going the wrong way.
26, 30, 30, 35. Looking for 40. Can we get to 40? We're at £35 now, 40.
Hello?
40 looking for 45. Any interest at 50? We're at £45. Selling now at £45 all done.
Told you they were no good.
£45.
Thanks very much.
Not quite the start she was looking for.
I think that was a bit weak.
If I had a ticket with a number on it, I'd have put money up.
No, you're lying.
Just trying to make you feel better.
No, he's not.
He's a rascal.
Phil's sweet Carolean-style armchair now.
We think we might be sitting on a fortune here.
Are you sure? Kept that quiet.
We don't like to shout about
How
our
much did you
lots.
pay for it?
There's a theme here.
I think you paid £120 for it.
She's on the money, isn't she? She's good.
Let's go for £60. Any interest at
More than
60?
this.
60. 65 on the phone?
Oh, £60. Oh dear, that's not very good, is it?
No, but it's better than 45.
Slightly.
Now, children.
65 on the phone, looking for 70 elsewhere. Fair warning, £65 selling.
Ouch.
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 Those two last big gambles haven't exactly paid off, have they? Quite the reverse.
So what we've established now is that 17th century and 1970s is not good.
I think we're even Stevens.
That's one way of putting it. Another big Leslie spend her Scandi jewellery lot.
We liked our shiny things, didn't we?
This is where I'm worried about, because I think they're good.
Guess how much we paid for them?
Probably £120.
Really? Really?
£80 start the bidding. £80, looking for 80.
Oh no, nobody wants them.
Can we achieve 80? Don't look at me like that. Looking for 80. Let's go for 70.
Ooh, what?
I'll go to 60, but I can't take any less. £60, 60 starting bid. Looking for 65. 65, looking for 70.
Oh.
Come on, come on.
Can we get to 70? Let's go for 70.
Oh, my son.
Selling now at £65 all done.
That's unheard of.
Oh, I don't know. We're not easily shocked these days.
They've always done well at auctions, so maybe they've had their day. Have they had their day?
If I'd have had a ticket, I would have bid 80.
Didn't you say that last time?
Sorry.
More Phil now. Here's his little Georgian and Victorian silver collection.
Guess what we paid for this.
Oh, hang on a minute. I think it's coming to me. I think it's coming to me.
Oh, is it
£120?
Is it? It is.
It is, yeah. I kind of hope that this is the lot that's going to make us a profit.
Your reputation is on the line now.
Oh, no, it's been in tatters for years.
Let's go for £100 straight in. 130, 140.
Oh, you're in profit.
150 on the phone.
They're in shock. Look at these two.
I'm in shock.
150 looking for 160.
They're on a roll.
Fair warning. Selling now. £150, 150.
Hey, well done.
We made 30 quid, I can't believe it.
That good news could certainly lift the mood.
I'm not competitive.
Look at your face. Right moaning at me.
Cheer up, you two. Leslie's first coffee set is next.
It'd be really nice at someone's dinner party, having a mousse inside it or something.
How many cups are there?
6.
6. And they'd be no good for you because you don't know 6 people.
I've only got 2 friends.
The next lot.
What's that?
You're one.
I don't know.
£20.
Oh dear.
Can we get £20 on
What
this
is
lot?
going on?
16 then.
It is hand painted, by the way.
16, looking for 18.
16.
£16.
18, looking for 20. Can we get 20? I know we can
Oh,
get 20.
let's
20.
do 20. Come on.
Any interest? £20.
Please.
20 at the back
Yes,
now.
thank you so
Good
much.
Samaritan, looking for 22. Let's go 22. Fair warning, selling. 22
Oh,
now.
we're in profit.
22, looking for 24. 24, looking for 26.
Yes.
26, 26.
Yes.
28. 26, looking for 28.
You know you want to.
£26 in the middle.
Don't do it.
£26.
Thank you very much.
I think celebrity endorsement definitely paid off with those.
I kind of wanted more than that.
Time for Phil's mighty map. For the usual price, of course.
I'm not into maps, but loads of people are.
What made you buy it?
I did.
He did.
£30, can we get 30? You're looking for 30 on the lot.
Hasn't even got Scotland in it.
£30, 24.
Has not got Scotland in it.
24's gone. Do you want 26? 26 at the back.
Oh dear.
Let's go 28. Can we get 28? 28. 30? 30 at the back.
Oh, 30.
You are fighting for it. They want a piece of Phil and Phil.
£90 down.
£30 all done. £30.
It's got really nasty, hasn't it?
It's got personal, hasn't it? Yeah.
They did have a point about the missing bits, though.
We must be winning now, must we?
Lower losses, eh? Well, perhaps Leslie's other coffee set can also make a positive contribution. Let's see.
I'm really excited about this pool pottery.
One coffee set was not enough, so we bought 2.
20 straight in. Looking for 22. 20 now, looking for 22. 22 at the back now, looking for 24.
Oh, hello!
26. 26.
Oh, 26.
What? Looking for 26.
Come on. 26, thank you very much.
Can we get 28? £26 all done.
Hooray!
Why buy anything else? A great relief.
Here, partner.
It's the one we've all been waiting for. Phil's bus roller with the right royal destination.
It can only go uphill from here.
£40. £40. £40 in the middle now, looking for 45. Let's go 45 at the back.
There we go.
5, 60. 5, 70. 5,
oh no.
80.
Would let Leslie have a quick dig in the ribs?
Do you want 90? 90. 95? 95. 100?
It was the Queen's bus. The Queen's bus.
Pounds. 95. Selling. All done.
Hey, that's really good.
Yes, a great find, Celebrity Phil, and nicely rolled Auctioneer Phil.
You're definitely ahead now, aren't you?
Yeah, but stick around because you've got your bit of troika.
That troika better make it.
Crikey, the pressure's on. Mind you, the auctioneer was keen.
If we don't get 200 for that, we're both going to get the 484 bus home.
I'm straight in at £200.
Yay!
200. Looking for 210. Any interest at 210?
Of course there is. Where is it?
210, 220.
Oh.
Well played.
Can we get 240? We're at 230 now, looking for 240 elsewhere. Fair warning, selling £230.
Thank you.
Hey.
Well done, you two. Well done.
I need a high five.
Yeah, high five.
I think Leslie's almost certainly out in front now.
Well, I reckon that's a game clincher, isn't it?
Oh, I hope so.
We're about to find out. And Phil, after auction costs, made a loss of £118.24. While Leslie, also with sale room fees deducted, made a slightly smaller loss of £98.56. So she is our winner.
Yes! Well done!
Yes, yes.
Well
yes.
done, well done.
How do you feel, Phil?
Well, you got a good expert, didn't you?
I wish I'd been with him, actually.
Well, someone always has to win, which means that someone else has to be generous in defeat.
I'm so pleased you won, I'm going to give you a tribute.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There you go. Well, let me just say something. I've really enjoyed myself. And seeing as we got this car, why don't we drive to somewhere where they got a jukebox, a milkshake, so we can dance to some Fonzie kind of music?
Are you serious?
No.
Good.
It did all sound a tad rockerish.